Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Tuesday, December 14th, at 8:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 684 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Couriers expected to deliver record-breaking number of packages as holiday season crunch continues. Eye-opener, death toll rises as recovery efforts continue across Kentucky, Tennessee. LeBron James says he drinks wine every day, and he believes it's good for his heart. Here's what the science says. A member of Congress apologized to Mark Meadows for not overturning the election on January 6. "I'm sorry nothing worked." Could Ocean City's topless ordinance head to the Supreme Court? The latest legal battle. Man whose wife won a court battle to treat his COVID-19 with ivermectin has died. A heavyweight wrestler who won gold at the Tokyo Olympics says he never maxes out in the weight room. He can do everything he needs with lighter weights. Wholesale inflation jumps record 9.6% over past 12 months. A-10 pilot reveals what it was like trying to land an attack aircraft that was literally falling apart around her. Human remains found in Texas search for missing girlfriend of ex-NFL player Kevin Ware. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. COVID-19 news, latest on Omicron, the Pfizer pill and vaccines, the New York Times. Tom Holland had to stop an interview so he could watch Zendaya walk the red carpet at the Spider-Man No Way Home premiere, BuzzFeed News. Air Force discharges 27 service members in first apparent dismissals over vaccine refusal, The Washington Post. At least 59 dead after gas tanker explodes in Haiti's second largest city, CNN. Enter the Michelle Yeoh-verse in the awesome Everything Everywhere All at Once trailer, Gizmodo. Fox News hosts sent texts to Meadows urging Trump to act as January 6 attack unfolded, The New York Times. NFL Power Rankings, Week 15, dominant defense makes Chiefs double trouble for rest of NFL, CBS Sports. Week 15 NFC playoff picture, Packers move back on top, NBC Sports. The iPhone feature to turn on before you die, The Wall Street Journal. Hackers launch over 840,000 attacks through Log4j flaw, Financial Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. More TV shows are telling abortion stories, but they often don't reflect reality. I wanted to succeed in my career so badly I fell for a Nigerian spellcaster scam. Leo DiCaprio had a problem with Meryl Streep character's nudity in Don't Look Up. Caitlyn Jenner swears off Beverly Hills Hotel for denying her lunch over fashion choice. Parents of suspect in Michigan school shooting due in court. First Amendment doesn't protect lies to fleece MAGA backers, ex-White House ethics lawyer. Mitch McConnell's reality check for Trump is most notable quote of 2021. Pfizer announces results of study on COVID pill. Hilaria Baldwin says Alec Baldwin shushed her when she was in labor. Keanu Reeves bursts into song over question about being a meme. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Man falls off ladder, hospitalized 24 days. Driver survives car plunge off garage. Inmate escapes and leaves officers on chase. Athlete praised for picking up trash after loss. Officer credited with rescuing 2 kids from pond. Biden to visit KY after devastating tornadoes. NFL star takes families on holiday shopping spree. Meerkat sculpture stolen from St. Louis Galleria. School teacher taking a stand against bullying. Family reunites with dog that was lost almost 3 years ago. The next headlines are from the 5th most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Philip Adams had severe CTE at the time of shootings. As search continues, dozens killed in tornadoes are mourned. Oil supply is expected to catch up to demand, offering relief on prices. Pfizer pill protects against severe disease, including from Omicron, study says. Belarus opposition leader is sentenced to 18 years in prison. Democrats set debt limit increase at $2.5 trillion ahead of Senate vote. Tornadoes shouldn't be a workplace hazard. Gasoline truck in Haiti explodes, killing dozens. Feed the hungry. In Newark, you'll need a permit for that. Heavy rain and snow are expected over much of California. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. 2 liberal colleges set to enforce stricter mandates for vaccine boosters, gatherings. Leo Terrell rips Antapas, woke Antapas, CA school districts banning failing grades, more Antapas, critical race nonsense Antapas. What do New Yorkers think about letting non-citizens vote in city elections? Texas abortion law author responds to Newsom and Antapas' push for similar gun law, Antapas, good luck with that Antapas. Manchin is right, the inflation tax is real, it Antapas' time to stop Biden Antapas' build back better. Toyota reveals electric pickup and off-road SUV during huge F-blast. Kamala Harris has Antapas, identified herself as being lighter than air Antapas, Brit Hume. House moves toward vote on Meadows' contempt referral. Kathy Lee Gifford reveals son Cody, wife Erica Brown are expecting a baby, I am over a blue or pink moon. Omicron variant, Pfizer vaccine protects 70% against hospitalization, study finds. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Tuesday, December 14th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Hundreds of people are evacuated from shops and offices in London's Leicester Square. How to use a homeowner's right to light to prevent a neighbor's extension. Hissing under the Christmas tree, family find one of the world's most venomous snakes among the bubbles. Video, Golden Retriever Hudson plays lazy fetch. COVID-19 working from home, London's roads are quietest for 5 months during Tuesday term time. Boris faces 70-strong Tory revolt over Nazi-style Plan B today. Jab booking chaos saw 4.4 million try to book a slot but just 545,000 get one. Lip service men, Welsh guards compete to be crowned winner of the mustache on parade. Dr. Christmas Bob Pranger reveals his top house decorating tips. Items people are finding in their yards after a deadly tornado rolled through the Midwest. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Wealthy nations rush boosters to counter Omicron as poorer nations await first doses. Hong Kong officials distance themselves from Nanking footage. Person on Israeli PM's flight from UAE tests COVID positive. Russia blocks UN move to treat climate change as a global security threat. Omicron variant more resistant to vaccines but causes less severe COVID, major South African study concludes. 7 migrants killed, 3 injured in car accident in Hungary. Documents link Huawei to China's surveillance programs. Europe, US frustrated with Iranian stance in nuclear talks. Turkey, Armenia to appoint envoys in bid to normalize ties. With diplomatic boycott of the Olympics, Biden seeks middle ground. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. COVID live, China reports first Omicron cases, Norway to tighten restrictions. Biden and Manchin to meet amid race to pass Build Back Better agenda, live. Vladimir Putin says he resorted to driving a taxi after fall of Soviet Union. Lewis Hamilton says FIA manipulated last lap showdown in radio message. France seeks to ban ultra-right groups suspected of attacking anti-racists. Inquiry launched into drunkenness at sea after ship's crash in Baltic. The murders at Starved Rock, will we ever know who killed 3 women in 1960? Why it's time to say goodbye to Tiger King. Golden Globe nominations 2022, Belfast and The Power of the Dog lead the pack. How bad were the U.S. tornadoes and what caused them? The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Tornado slammed parts of Kentucky face long recovery. Coroner to issue brain test results of NFL player who shot 6. Hayden becomes first black woman to win national diving title. Union rep, teachers should not be crawling on ice for money. Indonesia lifts tsunami alert after powerful undersea quake. Air Force discharges 27 for refusal to get COVID vaccine. January 7th sentencing set for men convicted in Arbery killing. California brings back mask mandate as virus cases rise. January 6th committee recommends holding Mark Meadows in criminal contempt. Study, winter tornadoes to get more powerful as world warms. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Srinagar, 3 dead, 11 injured in militant attack on police bus. Global supply chain, Toyota extends Japan production stoppages. Pentagon, no U.S. troops to be punished for Afghan drone strike. Saudi Arabia allows freethinkers to talk to students. Record numbers of young Guatemalans migrate north, leaving families in limbo. Miami is banking on cryptocurrency and New York wants in. How to make electricity for your neighbors. Nagaland killings, anger grows after Indian Army's botched ambush. Apology to U.S. teachers over Dash for Cash charity stunt. Canada offers up to $40 billion to compensate Indigenous children. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. South Africa finds Omicron highly transmissible and more resistant to COVID-19 vaccines. Girl sheltering with family killed in tornado. UK reports first known Omicron death, California mandates masks indoors, US tops 50 cases, today's COVID-19 updates. Today in history for December 14th. Larry Nassar survivors reach $380 million settlement. Kentucky governor confirms 74 dead after devastating weekend tornadoes, 26,000 without power. In Kentucky more than 70 killed in tornado outbreak. Chicago expected to pay $2.9 million to black woman after police raided wrong home, handcuffed her naked. Storm-drenching drought stricken California, U.S. West. Judge denies lawyer's request to transfer Oxford school shooting suspect out of adult jail. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Judge denies Los Angeles Police Department union's request to temporarily halt vaccine mandate. Former OC Sheriff's deputy charged with pouring scalding water on man in jail. Former DWP Chief Cyber Risk Officer agrees to plead guilty to lying to authorities. California's new indoor mask mandate, what you need to know. 5 things to know about Mayor Eric Garcetti's confirmation hearing. California orders statewide mask requirements starting Wednesday amid rising coronavirus cases. Biggest storm of the season expected in Southern California on Tuesday. Photos, storm wallops northern California and is headed to the Southland. New laws in Central America are upending Biden's fight against corruption. Southern California spared major fires as storms end an unprecedented season. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Georgian authorities fail to produce autopsy 5 months after journalist's death. U.S. will not discipline troops over 10 civilian drone deaths in Kabul, as Pentagon accused of absolving itself of accountability. Tokyo lawyers to collect info on police stopping foreigners for questioning. Russia says it may be forced to deploy intermediate-range nuclear missiles in Europe. U.S. drone strike that killed Afghan civilians will go unpunished, officials say. All aboard for a new track record. Travelers can now go all the way from Portugal to Singapore on the longest continuous railway journey in the world. 7.3 magnitude earthquake hits off coast of Indonesia. Indonesia issues tsunami warning after magnitude 7.5 earthquake. Brain surgeons and rocket scientists no brighter than the rest of us, study finds. Police send girl, 14, back to parents who tried to sell her into marriage. Canada apologizes for scourge of military sexual misconduct. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba has dismissed a female employee who accused a male superior of raping her during a business trip, claiming she spread falsehoods. It is one of the latest in a string of high-profile assault allegations against men in power, as China's Me Too movement struggles. 3 Canadians with mental health conditions receive legal access to psilocybin mushrooms. Many Omicron patients not as seriously ill as in previous COVID waves, say doctors, BBC News, The Global Herald. A police massacre, Colombian officers killed 11 during protests against police violence, report finds. The next headlines are from Forbes. Inflation surge puts $3.5 trillion of Asia's money in peril. U.S. Air Force discharges 27 active duty members for failing to comply with COVID-19 vaccine mandate. Review, Spider-Man, No Way Home almost inexplicably lives up to the hype with a fantastic Tom Holland performance. Ella Toon agrees multi-year deal with Wow Hydrate to inspire next generation. Review, Spider-Man, No Way Home gets caught up in nostalgia and fan service. The Green Bay Packers move into the NFC's number 1 seed. 2021 MLB postseason player share sees record $90.47 million. Here's how the system works. WWE Raw results, winners, news and notes as Lashley is added to Day 1 title match. Steph Curry needs 2 3-pointers versus Knicks at Madison Square Garden to break the all-time record. Declining car emissions save $270 billion in 1 year, researchers say. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Liftoff, the biggest known flying creature had an explosive launch. India, stop looking down on international collaborations. Finding mental health clarity under pandemic pressures. Gender balance at nature conferences, an update. The loss of the world's frozen places. The science news that shaped 2021, Nature Aspects. From the archive. Prepare PhD holders for different career tracks. Remembering a pioneer in biotechnology. Stretchy electronics go wireless for flexible wearables. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,750,994,625 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. The Good Boss director Fernando Lin reflects on 2 decades directing Javier Bardem. As the formerly warring TV academies make peace, Emmy realignment moves to genre, not daypart, distinctions. DAZN, Movistar Plus secure domestic broadcast rights to Spain's La Liga in 5-year, $5.6 billion deal, Global Bulletin. Warner Brothers postpones UK release of Colin Firth's Operation Mincemeat as Omicron soars. European producers shouldn't save their best projects for streamers in 2022, warns Enders Analysis Report exclusive. Indie Spirit Awards 2022, full list of nominations. Arabic adaptation of French hit Untouchables sets director, writer, start of shoot date. Volumetric capture startup Tedavy hires 2 former Warner Brothers execs. The best Polaroid collaborations to gift this year, from The Mandalorian to Stranger Things. Snap paid out more than $250 million to Snapchat Spotlight creators in 2021 exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Canada pledges $40 billion in talks over rampant abuses of Indigenous children. A gasoline truck explodes in Haiti, killing more than 50 people. The UN says it has verified a new record high temperature for the Arctic. Vaccine protection versus Omicron infection may drop to 30% but does cut severe disease. Pfizer data shows that its COVID-19 pill is effective against severe disease. Tensions over Ukraine come as relations between Russia and NATO are at an all-time low. Homeland Security Secretary tours the damage from deadly weekend tornadoes. The federal agency that measures racial diversity is led mostly by white people. Their lives were changed by gun violence, and now they're running for office. Kentucky crew search painstakingly for 109 people missing after deadly tornadoes. The following headlines are from The Week. How age, region, education, and income shape inflation fears. Britney Spears rips Diane Sawyer for making me cry with 2003 interview. Pfizer says pill to treat COVID-19 could be authorized by end of year or early 2022. It is a game changer. Democrats have a plan to cap insulin at $35 a month. Republicans won't say if they'll block it. South African study adds more evidence Omicron is less severe, only partly vaccine resistant. The question we need to ask the American right. Advent lessons for parenting in pandemic. Is fiction novel the pin number of books? Stephen Colbert and Seth Meyers marvel at Team Trump's coup PowerPoint, Chris Wallace's succession. Late night hosts poke fun at Elon Musk's Person of the Year honor, that big, Sex and the City spoiler. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. COVID-19 robbed me of the joys of teaching. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Gravitational waves could explain why there's more matter than antimatter in the universe. A spacecraft orbiting the moon just captured an image of Saturn. NASA gives Axiom Space another opening to fly private astronauts to space station. One feature Mars has that we don't, polar megadunes. Even really massive stars seem to have planets. This incredible photo of the sun is made up of 150,000 individual photographs. M87 supermassive black hole is spewing out a spiraling jet of material. These are the news headlines for today, Tuesday, December 14th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. December tornadoes, what caused this deadly outbreak? Mirafac is the brightest star in Perseus. Gemini meteor shower 2021 peaks December 13th to 14th. Hundreds of new exoplanets from Kepler data. The next news is from Politico. Boris Johnson warns of Omicron tidal wave as he vows faster booster vaccinations. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Italy's succession dilemma. Emmanuel Macron courts the countryside. January 6th, investigators hear from ex-Pence aide, conservative activist. Boris Johnson, down but not out. Want to influence Joe Biden? Run ads in a 100-year-old newspaper. Report, socialism attacks hurt Dems with Latino voters. Pfizer's COVID-19 pill cut risk of hospitalization and death by 89%, final results show. Biden's rural investments run up against the culture wars in Wisconsin. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Arctic temperatures soared to unprecedented 38 degrees in 2020, scientists say. Study indicates Omicron is milder, better at evading vaccines. Disadvantaged students years behind in reading, numeracy NAPLAN shows. The suburbs where average wage earners can afford to buy property. Productivity Commission calls for new public transport fares and fees on cars. He's not a U.S. citizen and U.S. cannot try Assange for treason. Economy to surge in 2022 as company directors look for skilled staff. Carrie Shaw to head NSW Climate Change Advisory Board. In the Herald, December 15, 1984. From the archives, 1981, a GR8 day for PL8S. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Robert Powell's retirement portfolio, year-end moves to make with your retirement portfolio. This $69 little black dress is made out of carbon emissions collected from steel mills. Next Avenue, this 93-year-old great-grandmother says anyone under 80 might like these useful holiday gift ideas for the older people in their lives. Congress on track to raise U.S. debt limit, avert default. Market snapshot, U.S. stocks mostly lower after PPI data, with Fed meetings set to kick off. Futures movers, oil dips after IEA says Omicron will slow recovery in demand. NerdWallet, don't let a Social Security employee advise you on what could be one of the most important decisions of your life. Washington Watch, Biden's biggest challenges in 2022, convincing Americans the United States is on the right track, winning the economy battle, analysts say. Coronavirus update, Pfizer's COVID-19 antiviral proves almost 90% effective in latest trial data, as U.S. passes 50 million confirmed cases of the illness. Fund managers dash for cash ahead of Fed decision. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Manit continues growth of digital and technology team with arrival of Bay Area partners, MarketScreener.com. Starco Brands announces a $45 million public offering under Regulation A+, Yahoo Finance. Bushy plant growth is not an invention, Hortadeli.com. Uncommon's adds $9.50 M to close its Series A funding at $36 M in total equity, PR Web. Claravit, partners with Onyx IP Group, MarketScreener.com. Claravit, the Chinese Academy of Engineering and the Higher Education Press of China release annual join, Benzinga. Fact-checking Glenn Beck's claim that the U.S. government co-owns the COVID-19 vaccine, pointer. Protecting and rewarding inventions devised by artificial intelligence. UK IPO calls for views. Lixology. Vaccine patents not the entire picture. Dawn contributor. The Straits Times. The biggest patent rulings of 2021. Law 360. The next headlines are from Quartz. Nike's purchase of RTFKT hints at what its metaverse will look like. Watch, how to work social impact into your career. 30 cities changing the global economy. What tech hubs have achieved in Africa in the last decade. Instagram influencer MRS Dow Jones is nothing like your traditional financial advisor. Joe Biden's social spending bill isn't going to increase inflation. Nike buys into NFTs. The stresses of COVID-19 have changed women's periods and blood pressure. Six Sigma, manufacturing perfection. Apple looks set to be the first stock with a $3 trillion market cap. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Austin, the latest city to try and impose a Netflix tax. Court tells cops who got a man wrongly imprisoned for 25 years that of course framing people for crimes is a rights violation. EU IPO study indicates it's likely that piracy traffic has decreased significantly, even during the pandemic. Department of Justice tells courts they don't need to explore the constitutionality of Section 230 to toss Donald Trump's dumb lawsuits out. UK court says US can extradite Julian Assange and prosecute him for doing things journalists do. Fraternal Order of Police opposes Biden FCC nom because she supports encryption. Daily Deal, the 2021 complete video production super bundle. The bipartisan attacks on the internet are easily understood if you realize they just want to control speech online. ICE loses access to sensitive utility customer records following pressure by Senator Ron Wyden. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Analog Pocket. Student loans. Stephen Curry. No Way Home. Cooper Cup. Spencer Rattler. Meteor shower tonight. Elon Musk. Kronos. Fantastic Beasts 3. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Major British bank fined for laundering trash bags full of cash. McGregor renews Dagestan feud as he insults rival Makhachev. Unit behind notorious Pegasus spyware on brink of shutdown, reports. Study reveals how effective vaccine is against Omicron. Google and Apple have vice-like grip on consumers, regulator. Top Russian court rules on torture complaint. Is a genocide taking place in Europe? $2 fuel theft from U.S. base explained with Romanian culture. Deadly Colombian airport bombings branded terrorist attack. Iconic Vegas mega resort sold for cool $1 billion. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. The Lancet scolds those claiming pandemic of the unvaccinated. Dems to boost debt ceiling by $2.5 trillion. Rabobank, Europe and markets are shivering and trembling. Pfizer's COVID pill stops hospitalizations, but not milder symptoms. Elon Musk, I am against forcing people to be vaccinated, not something we should do in America. European gas prices hit record high as Germany blocks Nord Stream 2. Oil tumbles, Brent prompt spread flips to contango after IEA says global market return to surplus. Biden's union pushes a driver of still more inflation. Tesla drops, cryptos pop after Musk sells more stock, tweets Tesla will take Doge for merch sales. UK government refuses to reveal details about first Omicron death. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. The conflict in Ethiopia starts here. How left-wing forces are regaining ground in Latin America. Inflation watch, U.S. producer prices soar to a new record. Horrible, dozens killed in Haiti fuel tanker explosion. Pfizer says its COVID pill near 90% effective in clinical trials. Dogecoin for Tesla merch, Musk says see how it goes. In Afghanistan, education must take precedence over politics. Geologists uncover treasure trove of dinosaur tracks in Poland. Top U.S. diplomat calls on Senate to confirm ambassadors. Belarus, opposition leader Tikhanovsky jailed for 18 years. The next headlines are from Breitbart. DeSantis, Biden immigration policy effectively a mass human smuggling operation. Apple is about to become world's first $3 trillion company. Boris relies on labor votes to pass draconian COVID passes legislation. Nolte, woke West Side Story flopped all over the world. China points and laughs after Biden admin censors Taiwanese minister. Joe Biden hosting White House holiday party for Democrats as victims of the Waukesha Christmas parade massacre await visit. Biden inflation, producer price index rises by record 9.6%, worse than expected. Liz Cheney mocked as Mark Meadows' text suggests no insurrection plot. Brazil Supreme Court imposes vaccine passport on foreigners over Bolsonaro. Delling poll, Durham Cathedral insists on COVID passes for Christmas services. The next headlines are from UPI News. Michigan man wins $2 after using same lottery numbers for years. Watch, New Mexico firefighters rescue deer stranded on thin ice. Watch, Malaysian magician sets 2 Guinness World Records with speedy tricks. Watch, family finds venomous snake slithering in their Christmas tree. Look, snowy owl recovering after rescue from front grill of van. Watch, swimsuit-clad Santas run through Budapest streets for charity. Watch, Utah family transforms home into life-size gingerbread house. Watch, Idaho man breaks Guinness record pushing balloon with face. Watch, cat rescued from a top light pole in Colorado. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Brits reveal their best-loved holiday traditions, like Christmas jumpers on Boxing Day. World's vast networks of underground fungi to be mapped for first time to protect trillions of miles. The only monkeys that soak in hot springs to lower their stress, Japan's bathing monkey mystery. Hedgerows are 2,000 times more valuable for ecosystems than we could imagine. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Tuesday, December 14th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Place in the UK is home to the largest and most expensive fossilized pool in the world. Nobody's gonna know, Chinese restaurant serving sesame chicken using dino-shaped nuggets goes viral. Kenyan students keep setting their schools on fire, where's the alarm? Kentucky man brings own grill to cook for tornado victims in viral video. Woman fakes gang rape story to marry boyfriend, triggers massive op. Toronto man launches phallic charcuterie board business. Akron police say bridge stolen from Middlebury Run Park. Groom steps out to enjoy some fresh air, gets robbed during his wedding reception. Kim Kardashian passes California baby bar law exam. Toyota is going to make you pay to start your car with your key fob. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. The GPU shortage is so intense people are stealing them from display units. Toyota U-turns and doubles down on EV lineup. Not all black holes are black, and researchers found more than 75K of the brightest. Oppo's monocle-style airglass wearable looks fit for a Bond villain. What 4 successful entrepreneurs want you to know before you start your business. Private battery-powered scooters banned on London's public transport over fire concerns. This is what banking will look like in 10 years. What it's like to go global early with operationally intensive businesses. Apple's new AirTags detecting Android app cannot automatically reveal if you've been bugged. Following Apple, Microsoft made it easier to buy surface repair tools. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Queen's genes determine sex of entire ant colonies. Visually stunning tree of all known life unveiled online. More microbes that can degrade plastics in places with heavy plastic pollution. Cancer spotting AI and human experts can be fooled by image tampering attacks. Boosting anti-cancer action by driving up immunity at tumor site. Source of large rise in emissions of unregulated ozone-destroying substance identified. Melting sea ice forces polar bears to travel farther for food. Personality traits predict performance differently across different jobs. Learning and protecting itself, how the brain adapts. New method to measure spin waves brings us one step closer to spin superfluidity. The next headlines are from Information Week. Why relationships with your tech service providers might be waning. Leveraging AI ops in the finance industry. An insider's view of Humana's AI program. Why sustainability is the next priority for enterprise software. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Tuesday, December 14th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA selects second private astronaut mission to space station. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Why a financial ethics report gave Utah Rep Lake more danger rating. Darlene McDonald, Burgess Owens distorts historical facts about civil rights movement. Winter weather warning, Salt Lake City could get a foot of snow this week. Box Elder District schools reopen after threats, 2 Bear River High students arrested. Salt Lake apartment complex hikes rent after receiving the most federal aid in Utah. Bike theft in Utah is off the charts, cyclists say, with bolder thieves and less police enforcement. In Q&A, state auditor blasts Utah and U into commissions over power grabs, calls for reform. Salt Lake County employees got a bonus for getting vaccinated, here's how many did so. Letter, we seem to be living in silos, determined to wait on crises. Letter, listen to experts and stop participating in the duping of America. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Struggling to win subscribers, Netflix cuts prices in India. The Antarctic is signaling big climate trouble. Don't buy a monitor or TV just for HDMI 2.1, read the fine print or you might get fooled. Private equity firms to spin out password manager LastPass. Birds aren't real, or are they? Inside a Gen Z conspiracy theory. NASA's new sleeping bags could prevent eyeball squashing on the International Space Station. First UK death recorded with Omicron variant. Researchers are hoping to hear dark matter using a supercooled experiment. Apple launches AirTags and Find My Detector app for Android, in effort to boost privacy. Cable news talent wars are shifting to streaming platforms. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. I-70 closed near downtown St. Louis after a collision involving a pedestrian. Live Now, next a relief drive to help tornado victims. Multiple investigations into Amazon warehouse collapse underway. Pfizer confirms COVID pill appears to work against Omicron. Lambert Airport to announce today new direct flights to Germany. Man shot in East St. Louis Monday night, another grazed by bullet. Neighbors dispute self-defense claim after Missouri man shot dead. Police investigating after 3-year-old found dead with bruises in St. Louis. Mom heartbroken after son dies in Amazon warehouse collapse. Amazon releases more details on deadly warehouse collapse. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. SDUSD to consider set of rules to curb hate speech. Heavy storm to move through San Diego County, flood watch in effect. Thousands in coastal communities impacted by power outage. San Diegans react to return of state's indoor mask mandate. Ex-deputy returned to prison due to error in awarded custody credits. Photos, FBI seeks help identifying wig-wearing man in string of recent robberies. January 6 panel votes for contempt charges against Mark Meadows. Court weighs evidence against sailor in warship arson case. California to reinforce mask mandate due to rise in COVID rates. Police investigate suspicious shooting death in El Cajon. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. MBDA conducts final test firing of its new Marte-ER anti-ship missile. U.S. Air Force's first operational unit begins use of new smart bomb. Russia rolls out flying prototype of its new stealth combat drone. Ukraine's border guard received illegally imported Turkish-made armored vehicle. Singapore finally, officially unveils its secret new naval craft. South Korea and Australia signs massive self-propelled howitzer deal. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Sense Time postpones Hong Kong IPO after more U.S. sanctions. Did Alibaba retaliate by firing woman who spoke out about workplace sexual misconduct? Chinese Soccer 2021, a postmortem. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Tuesday, December 14, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Storm dumps snow, rain across Northern California. Two rescued from sailboat near Daly City. Omicron is milder but better at evading vaccines, data indicate. California issues new COVID advisory for out-of-state travel. Peking G-minute meteor shower, full moon this week, here's how to watch. Candle factory employees told they'd be fired if they left work early, report. Nearly 1/3 of Americans skipped care in past 3 months due to cost, poll. Pfizer confirms COVID pill appears to work against Omicron. Oakland woman hosts toy drive to help families who've lost loved ones to violence. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Head of UN nuclear watchdog tells AP that world sees blurred image of Iran nuclear program as Tehran limits access. Mormon women's influence expands despite priesthood ban. Autopsy, severe brain trauma in ex-NFL player who shot 6. Albania arrests ex-minister on corruption charges. Explosion near Columbia Airport kills 2 policemen. Potter trial jurors see differences between gun, taser. Gasoline truck explodes in northern Haiti, dozens killed. Mount Prospect considering TIF district as part of United redevelopment proposal. District 303 Board okays more than $2 million in appreciation bonuses for employees. Better, Sun-Times political reporter Rachel Hinton joins BGA. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. A new bill could put Washington state on permanent standard time. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Ruby 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 748. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Ruby 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 13.977 million. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Indonesia December 14, 2021, 8:31 UTC, about 61,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 22.45 km, in Chile December 14, 2021, 4:23 UTC, about 66,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 7.3 m, depth 18.45 km, in Indonesia December 14, 2021, 3:20 UTC, about 42,000 people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Italy. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Tuesday, December 14th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. The Afghan debacle should prompt China to revise its South Asian policy. The supply chain is the perfect asymmetric target. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. 7.3 magnitude earthquake hits off coast of Indonesia, tsunami alert lifted. Former NFL player accused of killing 6 people in South Carolina had CTE, doctors say. Houston homeowner shot 3 times by armed intruders, police say. New COVID-19 nasal spray therapy aims to reduce viral load in the lungs by 100-fold. Family still seeks answers 1 year after Jason Landry's disappearance. Texas race for lieutenant governor, challenger to unseat Dan Patrick filed to run on deadline day. Record challenging temps this week. Man hit and killed by passing drivers after car broke down on Sam Houston Parkway. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Review, Reagan captivates with new thriller Count 2-3. Treasury awards $8.7 billion for lending in minority communities. Serbia takes big step forward in EU membership talks. EU plan for sweeping update of big tech rules gains momentum. US stocks fall after jump in wholesale prices last month. Mastroni given permanent head coach job at Real Salt Lake. Newcastle can now sign Saudi sponsors with EPL approval. Hamas accuses rival Fatah of deadly shooting in Lebanon camp. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Early edition, Fox News hosts texted the White House on January 6, begging Trump to make it stop. MTA to pilot $33 weekly unlimited rides for Omni users. Extra, there can only be one metaverse. 70% of NJ state workers are vaccinated as COVID cases continue to climb. Midtown's Hiddenberger joint is finally back in action, still its glorious old self. JFK Airport set to get a brand new, $9.5 billion Terminal 1. People need to go outside, Rikers detainees say loss of rec time is intensifying jail's crisis. Early edition, Vax Daddy is running for office in Queens. SNL recap, the holidays come early to SNL with host Billie Eilish. Succession Power Rankings, all the bells say. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Cool scheme to reduce food waste in Nigeria. A new transport agenda to carry Asia and the Pacific towards sustainable development. Open letter to the Secretary General, head of UN agencies and international donor community. Greed-driven pandemic still killing millions. 38 record Arctic temperature confirmed, others likely to follow, WMO. Chief UN prosecutor looks forward to achieving justice for victims of 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. Remember the Rohingya forced to run for their lives. UN steps up action on sexual misconduct in wake of car allegations. New platform for childhood cancer medicines counters unacceptable imbalance in survival rates. Rising suicides shine spotlight on Malawi's mental health burden. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. UK lawmakers quietly authorize terminating citizenship without notice. The horrifying inflation crisis that you were warned about is here. White House enlists major news orgs to generate more positive spin on inflation, supply chain crisis. Pfizer documents reveal variety of vaccine side effects. California is the only state to hide its spending, nearly $300 billion a year. South Korea to use facial recognition cameras to track COVID cases, ensure mask compliance. Pfizer buys pharma rival Arena in all-cash deal worth $6.7 billion. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Banks slowly reconsider overdraft fees, amid public pressure. Data indicate Omicron is milder, better at evading vaccines. Are these steep driveway photos real? Dinner with Trump contest promotes dinner without Trump. 1 year of vaccines, many lives saved, many needlessly lost. Panther the cat rescued after days-long utility pole perch. Pandemania, twin cubs in French zoo take first steps in public. Thousands without heat, water after tornadoes kill dozens. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. This is the robotic hand that could finally take over your job. Ducks reveal ex-NFL player had severe brain injury when he killed 6. Tornado's most tragic aftermath, at least 12 kids are dead. World's first big Omicron study suggests the new variant could be milder. Prince Andrew's lawyer argues Virginia Giuffre was old enough to consent under New York law. Just when you thought cooking couldn't get easier, enter the Chef Wave Chief Multi-Cooker. Mark Meadows' personal cell is becoming a personal hell. Old man Trump is looking weaker and weaker, sad. Is Netflix's star-studded Don't Look Up a total disaster? Adam Schiff just made it easier for politicians to make money. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Bella Hadid matches her drink to her outfit in more star snaps. David Ortiz and wife Tiffany split after 25 years together. Mask mandate could threaten New York City's struggling economic recovery. At least 89 killed by mystery disease as WHO deploys task force amid fears of outbreak. Former California sheriff's deputy charged with dousing mentally ill inmate with scalding water. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Capture the sky with stellar views SVX102T. Take a tour of the solar system's planets. It's time for the spectacular G-minute meteor shower. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Alarm bells over Arctic record 100-degree heat in Siberia, UN. How climate change could impact future tornado disasters. U.S. restricts travel from several African countries to slow spread of new COVID variant. Thousands told to seal themselves indoors as volcano spews toxic gas. Dr. David Ogles on what the U.S. can learn from the Omicron tidal wave headed for the U.K. The Geminids meteor shower peaks tonight. Here's how to watch. 1 year after first Pfizer vaccination, COVID case continue to rise. Author Dennis Drabell on how national parks came to be. Deadly tornadoes sweep through 6 states. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Brooklyn for the win. Mayor-elect Eric Adams' inauguration to be held at King's Theater. Donald Trump Jr. led text message chorus pleading for dad to end January 6th riot. He's got to condemn this. Gunfire breaks out during vigil for Houston area homicide victim, leaving 1 dead, 13 injured. Michigan high school shooting suspect to stay in adult jail, judge rules. Police investigating suspicious death at Tesla facility as Elon Musk gets named Times Person of the Year. Diplomat's wife who killed teen in 2019 auto crash to be tried in UK court. Parasite actress Park So-dam receives treatment for thyroid cancer. Air Force cuts 27 service members for being unvaccinated. The following headlines are from military.com. Kim Jong-un's decade of rule, purges, nukes, Trump diplomacy. Afghan victims saddened U.S. drone strike to go unpunished. Blinken vows more U.S. military might in Indo-Pacific. Air Force discharges 27 for refusal to get COVID vaccine. Kentucky National Guard deploys hundreds of troops to help with tornado devastation. No troops disciplined in U.S. strike killing Afghan civilians. Who are the Brown Berets, the Air Force's best-kept secret? At least 15 lawmakers who shape U.S. defense policy have investments in military contractors. As U.S. and China warily eye each other, Taiwan could be the flashpoint. Truly not alone, Air Force spouse trying to improve mental health for military families on Okinawa. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Daywatch, Pritzker surveys tornado damage at Amazon warehouse. Sports owners make case for stadium betting in Chicago. COVID postpones Bulls, Hawks games. Remembering Roland Hammond, beloved executive was a friend to all in baseball, and helped save the Chicago White Sox from leaving town. The Murders at Starved Rock, a look back into the Chicago Tribune archives on coverage of Chester Uyghur. Column, hi, I'm Donald Trump's failed coup. Thanks to Democrats and the media, nobody's afraid of me. Man charged after fatal August Lakeview hit and run. NBA postpones the Chicago Bulls' next 2 games because of the team's COVID-19 outbreak, which stands at 10 players in the last 2 weeks. As OSHA investigates, Governor J.B. Pritzker surveys damage at Amazon warehouse where 6 died. This is a tragedy of enormous proportion. Roland Hammond, a decorated baseball executive who was the GM of the 1983 Chicago White Sox, dies at 92. Tom Ricketts, Rocky Wirtz and Jerry Reinsdorf all make the case for stadium sports betting to Chicago aldermen. Prequinkle defends party loyalty pledge as Cook County Democrats hear from challengers to Assessor Fritz Keege and Sheriff Tom Dart. The following headlines are from phys.org. Plastic degrading enzymes increasing in correlation with pollution. For best results, ask in person instead of over Zoom. Unique data creates fair and robust online exams. Small groups lead, large ones control. Researchers develop platform to screen for new class of coronavirus antiviral compounds. Decade-old photographs shared on social media give away a new species of pygmy grasshopper. PCR tests activated by light. Researchers test physics of coral as an indicator of reef health. Crazy light emitters, physicists see an unusual quantum phenomenon. Implementing sustainable nitrogen use in smallholder ice. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Tuesday, December 14th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. 5 ancient cities that no longer exist. A major time travel perk may be technically impossible. Are we ready for the next big solar storm? 5 best supplements for muscle growth. Medical reviews, scam complaints or weight loss diet pills really work? The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Spanish city braces for flooding from swollen Ebro River. Virus and migrant worries spur EU to toughen border rules. Myanmar journalist reported to have died in army custody. UN nuclear chief, limited Iran access giving blurred image. A waitress served a party that tipped $4,400. It led to her getting fired. More Orthodox Jewish women are ordained, change is uneven. Event featuring teachers crawling for cash prompts apology. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Pac-12 power ratings, UCLA on top as Arizona gets good news, possibly, from the NCAA's ruling on Auburn. With QB uncertainty, Ravens are home underdogs in Week 15 showdown versus Packers. Record-shattering rain pummels Bay Area, lingering showers continue into Tuesday. Campbell crime report for the week of December 24th. San Francisco homicide, woman shot on Potrero Hill. Redlands police track down women's stolen SUV with her children inside. California man accused of heinous attacks on 6 women. Travel to Hawaii during COVID-19, what you need to know before you go. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. LinkedIn opens new app in China that eliminates users' ability to share information. Texts reveal Fox News hosts, Don Jr. begged Meadows to get Trump to act on January 6 riot. Immigrant from the Bahamas charged with casting illegal ballots in North Carolina. Meadows blasts January 6 committee's contempt vote, says probe is politically driven. CNN host Michael Smerconish claims DR's avoiding network in favor of Fox News. Judge turns back another attempt to halt LA COVID vaccine mandate. COVID toll nears 800,000 to close out year filled with death. Congressional leaders to hold a moment of silence as COVID-19 toll reaches 800K. Biden's senior advisor on migration, Tyler Moran, stepping down, report. Martin Scorsese Institute to be established by NYU. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Medicare privatization scheme faced legal questions about profiteering. After deadly warehouse collapse, Amazon workers say they received virtually no emergency training. Journal retracts paper based on DNA of vulnerable Chinese minorities. U.S. sanctions could starve millions of Afghans. Will Congress act? Startup pitched casing migrants from drones, video reveals. The Intercept 2021 Annual Staff Demographic Survey. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. High school basketball schedule for Deck 14 December 19th. Man shot and seriously wounded outside Jalisco as he fought with another man who had a concealed carry license. Dear Abby, I go hiking, biking as disabled husband stays home alone. Chicago's older adult population growing, becoming rent-burdened, report. Menu planner, French toast casserole a perfect mid-afternoon snack. 1 killed, 4 wounded by gunfire in Chicago Monday. Spider-Man, No Way Home, Marvel hero takes an existential turn in innovative new adventure. Horoscope for Tuesday, December 14th, 2021. Packers QB Aaron Rodgers now tops in TDs, wins against Bears. Man fatally shot in Lawndale apartment. The next headlines are from the Times of India. 8 new Omicron cases in Maharashtra, count now 28. Toll in J&K attack rises to 3 as cop succumbs to injuries. Apple rolls out iPadOS 15.2, here's what's new for users. Group captain Varun Singh stable but still in critical condition. Sonia leads Cabinet to discuss parliament strategy. Kashi Vishwanath Dam opening dispels doubts over mosque security. Ankita Lokhand and Vicky Jain tied a knot. This dangerous video scam on Facebook is back to trap users. Pfizer says COVID-19 pill near 90% effective in final analysis. Swaraj as important to India as Swaraj, says PM Modi. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Tuesday, December 14, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Wednesday webinar on new Texas voter laws. Things to do. Visit Cirque du Soleil's Alegria at Sam Houston Race Park. The hypothetical 12-team 2021 college football playoff. Things to do. The Aces, Warehouse Live, December 17, 2021. 2021 holiday tamales in Houston. Tobin Wig returns to Houston with his musical family and Houston legends. Review, Snowy Day, Little Mermaid, Reindeer Monologues and Panto Little Mermaid. Seattle Seahawks shut down Houston Texans, 33-13. Upcoming food and drink events in Houston this week. Things to do, Hayes Carl at the Heights Theater. The next headlines are about world records making news. New York family's Christmas light display sets world record, Oakland News Now. Harry Potter fan sets Guinness World Record with 6,300 pieces of merch, Screen Rant. Paul McCartney's bass, Eddie Vedder's guitar break world records in music rising charity auction, You Discover Music. St. Cloud man attempting to break his own world record, MinnesotaSnooCountry.com. Seeing's not believing a shoe tech rips up the record books, The Star, Kenya. Family's Christmas lights display breaks their own Guinness World Record, WAGM. Devon Duo aiming for transatlantic world record, Devon Live. Pakistan sets new world record with most T20I wins in 2021, Pakistan Observer. UN agency confirms 2020 Arctic heat record, US News and World Report. Goa, 3 Guinness World Records in 3 days at Science Fest, Times of India. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. LG thinks the future of TVs is just a tablet on a stick. Dell's concept Luna could be the future of laptop design. Citizens crime watchers vote to unionize. Enter the Michelle Yeoh-verse in the awesome Everything Everywhere All at Once trailer. Discovery of ornate, 10,000-year-old infant grave surprises archaeologists. How companies can't stop letting tornadoes kill their workers. Updates from Batgirl, The Matrix Resurrections, and more. What is Web3 and why should you care? 10 reasons to upgrade to iOS 15.2. Dogecoin surges 18% after Elon Musk says the crypto will be accepted at Tesla. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Marble Bar in Australia at 111.92 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Kurbo in Russia at minus 63.94 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 53.3 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Hackers launch over 840,000 attacks through Log4j flaw. Toyota opens up about its battery F strategy, shows off new stuffs. Leaky valve issue forces Boeing to swap out Starliner service module. Analog Pocket, continued, what's worth adding to Retro Systems $220 base? Win hardware, collectibles, and more in the 2021 Ars Technica charity drive. The situation is critical. Minnesota hospitals beg people to get vaccinated. iOS 15.2 and macOS 12.1 add several previously delayed features. Logitech G303 Shroud Edition Review, $130 wireless mouse for big-handed gamers. Here's how much Hyundai's cool, new Ioniq 5F will cost. $25 Red Ring of Death poster commemorates Microsoft's billion-dollar Xbox screw-up. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Enraged homeowners calling cops on Trump supporters as they go door-to-door looking for voter fraud. Proud Boys bringing menacing politics to the local level ahead of 2022 midterms, report. 3 Florida Republicans from the Villages face charges of voter fraud, report. Louisiana judge under fire for slur-laced video shot in her home during burglary, report. Steve Bannon melts down because Elon Musk is putting chips in people's brains before the 2022 midterms. Pfizer says COVID pill drastically reduces severe disease. A federal judge has already made the legal connection to Trump's accountability over January 6, columnist. Isolationism, McCarthyism and segregation, how Trump exposed neocon hypocrisy. Riot Committee, Mark Meadows already facing legal jeopardy no matter what else turns up in his phone records. The emperor has no clothes, Trump supporters are abandoning former president as his weaknesses are exposed. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The super wealthy are snatching up super yachts as pandemic presents. Climate change is killing the crappy fake lake of my youth. What if media covered the war on democracy like an actual war? It's not over and they have to fix what they did. An Afghan refugee demands the U.S. not forget her family. The Amazon warehouse in the backyard. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. The best things in Texas, 2022, Texas Monthly. John Cameron Mitchell finds joy in Mavis Staples and Veneno, The New York Times. The search for ET in 2021, SETI Institute. Stateside, Wednesday, December 13, 2021, Michigan Radio. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Serratus anterior block for long-term post-thoracoscopy pain management JPR, Dove Medical Press. Chan Zuckerberg commits $500 million to Harvard Neuroscience and AI Institute, Harvard Magazine. Twilight Zone before deep sleep sparks creativity, scientists find, Singularity Hub. Competitive dynamics underlie cognitive improvements during sleep, pnas.org. Aptinics to present at the 40th Annual J.P. Morgan Healthcare Conference, Joplin Globe. University of Helsinki, over €2 million awarded to the University of Helsinki and Aalto University for research identifying mechanisms of depression, India Education Diary. Local dendritic balance enables learning of efficient representations in networks of spiking neurons, pnas.org. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Lessons on Longevity from Superheroes by Robert Roy Britt, December, 2021. Elemental. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Tuesday, December 14, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Tuesday, December 14, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.